Good evening, folks. It is Tuesday night. It is time for another Behind the Code. Tonight I am going to be finishing up Brian K. Morris's profile and then moving on to whoever happens to be next. So we're going to go ahead and get into it here. And I'm going to display the comments on the screen just in case I get other people from other channels, because I'm going to be kind of looking back and forth here. And just to run through some of the comments we got here already. Carl's first one here this evening. Good evening, Carl. He's saying hello to everyone. And Donna is greeting them. Bladed Thesis is here also. Good evening, Bladed. And we have greetings, and Carl's wondering where the usual suspects are. And Blader was about to ask where everybody was. Yeah, it's Tuesday night. You know, it's still, this is only the second one I've done since it came back, besides my little, the one I did late Saturday night when I was trying to stay up late for the midnight the next day. Yeah, I think it's only the second one I've done. And Carl says we're just not used to Tuesday night yet. Yeah. And Botrix is here. And I'm saying Dawn. Okay. Dawn is here. Good evening, Dawn. And Donna says, damn it. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Yes. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Also, we are partnered with Dubby. Use code IndieCD10 at dubby.gg to save 10% on your order. And Carl's greeting Dawn, and I got greetings to me, greetings to Dawn. Dawn's asking who's watched BCam's new movie. And yeah, I was watching that earlier while I was cooking. And we got Sarah here listening while looking for specific books I've misplaced somehow. Carl says, where's that movie? That show only told me about the premiere. There's a link. Oh, actually, Don just shared the link. But I think it was also shared to the Holocon page. The link to the YouTube video of that. And we got greetings to Sarah from Carl and Donna. And we got Al over on Twitch, Kane's Chains. Good evening, Al. How you doing, bud? And greetings to Sarah. All right. Now, let me get into this here. Scroll. And I need to see what book we are on next. We are on The New Adventures of the Blue Circle. We have the image, class, font size members, and we need to copy the link there. So that way I can put the link in here. and add a class of links. So it gets rid of that ugly little underline. And then come down here to the image. Insert, image, nest, images, creators, BKM. And now I gotta find it. There it is. Circle. Ditch that. Click up here. New. See. Adventures of the Blue Circle. Brian K. Morris, author, streamer, IndieCD. Throw the link in. So that's there. Now we copy this, paste, copy that, and paste, and paste. Our little closing brackets here. And everything is happy. Next book is Major Marjorie. Image. That. Okay, come on. Why are you not? Hey. When that decides not to work. No, give me my view back. Silly bastard. There we go. Alright, Major Marjorie. Copy the link. Here. Insert, image, nest. Major Marjorie. Get rid of that part. Paste the link down below. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention also, we are playing the music of Mr. Dan Hallfield. You can find all his links on bandcamp.com currently, and also on IndieCD.org once I get his page back up, which should be coming up here soon. And if you'd like to listen to his music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can go to kick.com/IndieCD-music and listen to his music all day long. We have it playing over there. Alright, let's take a look at the comments here real quick. Carl says, thanks, Don. Don's greeting Al, long time no see. And Don's over on my Kick channel. And there was a bot which she already took care of. Thank you very much. The man hammer is already being mighty, yes. Let's see. Carl says, BKM, the bio that never ends. Then again, as you said, Cindy Cup's bio is going to be another long one. Yeah. No, I have not done Donna's page yet. Thank you for reminding me that adds another one to the list of ones that, I love you to death, but my God, have you published a lot? And Carl said another big list, which is about to get bigger, according to Donna. That's what she said. Yes, Dawn. And Donna's snickering, and there's the link to the IndieCD music channel over on Kick. And we've got that done. So, who's next? Rising Sun. I don't know why I copied that. Oh wait, no. There's no... That's one I had to look up. That's right. Amazon. Because for some reason, it didn't give a link. It didn't save the link on that one, and I'm not sure why. So let's go here and here. I want top tiles. I want all of his stuff. That's sort of by popularity, I guess. Rising Sun reruns. There we are. Let's ditch all that. Copy. There we go. And Rising Sun reruns. Put the image tag there. That. And throw the link in. Give it the class. And oh, go down to image. There you go, Sparky. Rising Sun. There we go. We do have an IndieCD's Creatives at Play scheduled for tomorrow night. I will not be there because I have town meetings, so I will have to catch my own show on a rerun. Which, yes, I know that means there's going to be no rails, not like we have rails when I am there, so I think I'd be more shocked if we actually had rails. Let's copy that. Paste that in a couple times. Closing brackets, which I'm going to give that one a closing bracket after. This. Oops. There we go. And we'll close off the emphasis, close off the strong, and then we'll close off the paragraph. There we go. Up next we have Memoirs of the Morbid. Don't know why I'm copying that. First, I know better than that. Memoirs of the Morbid. Red edition. Image. And then this. copy, paste, well, not copy and paste, but just paste. And that, and here, memoirs, ditch that, give it the link. And this is a very short little blurb for it, so don't have to go crazy for once. And next is Spurs and Six Shooters, Tales of the Old West. Spurs and Six Shooters, Tales of the Old West. Image. There's that. Link. Image. Thank you. Spurs. There we go. Ditch that. Spurs and Six Shooters. Tales of the Old West. BKM. Streamer CD. And drop the link. Copy this, paste it here. And since those are ampersands, I have to actually type out the code for ampersand. And there we have it. All right. Next up is the Terrors. We're going to get through that one. Oh, that's the last one. Okay. So we'll get through this one. We'll go back, read some comments. I screwed that up. There we go. And links. Image. And font size members. Image, nest it, pairs, that. Dawn, if you can do me a favor, if you can send me the link to the Christmas movie that you just posted through Messenger to me, and then he did another one also, I thought. If you can send me the link for the other one also, I would greatly appreciate it, because I do want to get that listed on here. this up in here. I highlight that. Oh, there's no refactoring for it. Okay. I do. Yeah, that's what I figured was going to happen. That's okay. Strong. Emphasized. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's right. I still have to end it there and restart it here. That. Let's copy, paste, 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 paste. And paste. That. 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 And that. Oh. All right. So we've got that in there. And I heard my watch go off. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I didn't realize they were called the same thing. Hey, you know, we'll throw both in there. Well, let's go up here. Copy, and this is all right. Come on, all the way to the top here. Let's go H3. Nope, that's going to be an H2. Acting credits. Short film. Oops, not file. Film. A Rose Town Christmas. Actually, let's italicize that. Oh, quit hitting the wrong damn buttons, Joe. On YouTube. No, I don't want that part to be emphasized. Just this part. That and copy that. Can't exactly type code in there. Go. Come on, highlight. Thank you. Okay, so that's what I want there. And yes, I did get them. And I will get back to the comments here in just a moment. Just gotta snag this. Copy. And that's the H3 Rosetown. Rosetown Christmas lights, camera, chaos. And out the full length film. Rosetown Christmas lights, camera, chaos. On YouTube. Here, that. Copy. And finally, about a Rosetown Christmas lights, camera, chaos. That. Excuse me. I really make both of those H2s? I did. Yeah, we're gonna make that an H2 also. Screw it. Why not? Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Do, do. Do, do. Do, do, do. All right. EKM is officially done. All right. That. All right. Let me get back to the comments here. Holy cow, you guys have talked a lot. So, during Rookie's stream, it came up that mom and dad both had back surgeries today. He asked at the same time. I said back to back. This is why my mouth gets me in trouble. Nice. Carl said we might be a bit late. Holiday party at the local cigar shop starting an hour before. We have to at least make an appearance. Oh, that is understandable. Carl says, oh, Dawn, that is bad. Are they both sleeping it off now? And Dawn says, I talked to them about 3:30. They were in decent spirits. Guessing still drugged up some. They were home. Yeah, I imagine they were probably still feeling good. And Carl's asking if the sister gave him a ride. And she says, for the record, I didn't realize how I said that until after Ricky read it out loud and he realized the pun. And yes, she did. Carl says, good, at least I don't have to take the bus. And Carl says, BKM is 1. Nice. Done, yeah. And Dan Hollifield is here. Good evening, Dan. And we got greetings to Dan from Carl. Dan said, just saw this link pop up, so here I am. Well, welcome on in. Greetings to Dan. And oh, Donna. Dan says, trouble is, Donna, no one is sure what he's one of. Yeah. Money's on Chaos Gremlin. Donna said, for sure, Dan. Don says, can I share the title? Share the title. Yeah, whatever it is, sure. And yep, I did get him. And says, I think CME has reached us. My ebook reader is going nuts. And he says, oh no, I'm not turning on the shortwave tonight just in case. Good idea. I've got it charging and the display is telling me how many percent so far, but every half a second. Not sure I need a strobe light, but there we are. Oh no. Carl says, actually, since it's computer shortwave, it might be okay. Yeah, it might be. Sounds like the charger is cutting in and out on and off. Dust in the port, possibly. That's a good possibility. And Donna says, yay. And Dan says, no, just acting weird. All right. Ooh. So we're a half hour in. We're going to pause the music for a minute, because I just got done speed reading all that. We're going to play a couple ads here real quick, and I'm going to get something to drink. So we will be back after these short messages.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Then you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series. Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
All right, we are back, and up next we're going to have Mr. Brian Rodman. But first, I am going to go over to Twitch and manage my stream and say goodbye to the scammer over there. There we go. All right, so that's been deleted over there. It's still going to show up here, but that's okay. Carl says, we will try to behave, Joe. And Donna's saying, thanks for playing my ad. Not a problem. And Dan says, yes, Carl, we're very trying. And Sarah says, supervisor just called to see where I am. I'm off on Tuesdays. So in my room. I missed the last several minutes of the show. You didn't miss a whole lot. Finish up BKM. And Sarah says, anyway, ha. So let's get the music playing again. We're going to go over to track number 5 of the Never Bank on a Learning Curve album, WTF Rednecks Can't Groove. And now we're going to save as. And we're going to call this Brian Rodman. And first we're going to come up here. Brian Rodman. And come down here. Oops. Capital P, damn it. And we're going to change this out for Mr. Rodman here. And I need to go back and I think I made those 400. Yep, that looks about right. Awesome. And now let's pull up Senior Rodman's. Holy cow. He's got a lot. Alright. Oh, he didn't have. Why do I feel like there's information missing? That is not what I wanted. Alright. That'll get me close to what I want. Let's see, images, creators. Brand, yeah, okay, that's... Alright, so his is going to be quick. That's always nice. And copy. And we can just paste that in there. And I got to go through and fix all the ampersands. That fixed all that. Actually, that. Copy that, and oh no, you little bugger, stop it. Do that, and go class links, and we can copy this. Down here. Class links. And now for the real fun part. Copy that. There we go. That was uneventful, but makes very quick work of it. All right, Brian Rodman's done. Actually, I gotta go back to his for a second because I remembered I missed a few things. Trying to move stuff. Go. All right, let's see. Where are we at on comments here? Carl said somebody just delivered something back in a bit, and Sarah's saying ooh. And says since the e-reader is at 86%, I turned it off. I'll finish charging it tomorrow so it's not so distracting. And Sarah says Rodman Rabbit, all dyslexic zombies eat Brian's. And no, that was not to be a slam on anyone with dyslexia. Donna's laughing at Sarah and says Sarah, I pre-assembled that remark. Oh God. Oh, Sarah says I'm weird, what can I say? And that's why we love you. And Sarah says, oh, I love you guys too. Alright, let's see here. File, save all, close. Come down here. And slash members. Rodman. And save all. Then we'll go over to streamers. And go here. Slash members. Brand. Oh, I had a small reprieve. Now it's time for another big one. Save as Cindy KOEPP HTML. Alright, this one's going to take a while. Already 45 minutes into the show. Good God. Cindy. And Cindy. There's all Rodman there. There's not what I wanted. Let's see. Yep. Copy that and throw it in here. All right. Holy cow. Okay. Sarah says you can tell when I'm on my phone versus sitting. They're different logins for whatever reason. That was another conflict during the impromptu coding stream too. Who knows? Carl says time for another big one. That's what she said. Sarah says, can I have a first one anytime soon? Dang, and I would elaborate, but I don't want the channel banned. And Sarah says, see Carl, Donna's got your back. And Donna's book order arrived in the dark. Good thing the delivery guy had a headlamp. And Sarah says, ooh. And Dan says, that was the sound of Joe realizing how many books Cindy has written. Right? And Donna says, and I was typing one-handed because I was eating the ice cream sandwich the Wisman dude had brought me along with my new books. Nice. All right. Let's get Cindy popped into here. As I find her profile picture. There it is. Yeah. Let's drop that down a bit. Alright, so we got that, we've got that. And Grim is here. Good evening, Grim. Grim says, hey Joe, sending that info your way in your email shortly. Alright. And Sarah says, because skills, dark misses. And we got greetings to Grim. So I probably won't do yours tonight. I'm going to get started on Cindy's here. I am not going to make it through all the way through Cindy's tonight. There is no way in hell. I'm quick on a keyboard and a mouse, but this one's going to take a minute. That I actually have to look to see which ones are games and which ones are actually books again. Let's go to her website. Okay. All right. Stellari. That was the game. Alright, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I thought I had that on here. Oh, Stellari is one of the things I didn't. Alright. Well, for now, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to copy that link. Let's close all this. Come back, look back here for a second. Let's see. Grim says you're good. Just want to remind myself to send the email. Yep. And we have a new follower over on Kick, Adventure Life 5. Thank you for the follow. Carl says, Joe, I wish there was a way that we could help on this. It's okay. And Dan said, I doubt I could even type just Cindy's book titles in less than 2 hours. I don't even think I had all of hers on there before. She's one that she's got so much stuff that it's almost too much to put on a page. Once you add in the images and titles and the excerpts and all, not excerpts, but the biography of the book, if you will. I can't think of the proper term right now because my brain is just kind of mush. She's one that has so many different things that it's almost like, okay, I'm going to put, it'd almost be better to put like 5 things and then go, visit, ckoepp.com for everything else that she has. And Dawn was either typing in a USPS tracking number or trying to do a Fibonacci sequence. I'm not entirely sure which. But she did say disregard. And Carl says, hi, Indigo. Carl's laughing. Dan says, how did Indigo reach Dawn's keyboard? You don't want to know. Says, my books were supposed to be delivered today, but when I saw they were in Champaign, 4 miles away, in a kind of bad way station, I didn't think it was going to happen. Blurbs, synopsis, yeah, either one of those would have been the more proper thing. Dan says, Cindy is like Stephanie, could publish a book every month and still not catch up with her output. And Carl says, that would be a good way to handle the back catalog of older books, Joe. And Don's laughing, ISBN. Donna says, no, that's for one book. Whitman dude, he means like a catalog. I can't think of the word either. No, I'm talking about like, well, here, you'll see here in just a second. Because we're going to do this. And do an H2 and say books. And then we're going to do a new one and go H3. Do animal, a game lit adventure. Animal instinct book 1. And then we're going to go and add the image line. And then we're going to add the line that has all of this stuff on it. And we're going to click here. So this part where it'd be the blurb or the synopsis of the book. Go. for the, oh, damn it. Copy link. Put link in there. And class links. And come back here. Insert image, nest, animal eye. Part that says image. And animal eye game bit. Game bit. Adventure. Animal instinct. One. IndieCD and directory. And this capitalize there. Alright. Where am I at? I'm an hour in. Alright, so we're an hour in. I do have to actually get up early for work tomorrow for a lovely training that I'm probably going to want to beat my head through the damn wall with, but my camera will be off. I will be down here in the basement, and there may be drinking involved. So, I'm going to read these last few comments real quick. Don says the way the cats have been acting tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if they did it. And Sarah says pitch. Carl said maybe the solar storm has cats acting up, or have been wild. Ours have been wild for 2 days. And Sarah says, damn it, Janet. Dan said my solar panels were collecting about 20% more than they're rated for today. I don't know if that's good or bad. Carl says, I wonder if Cindy considers any of the books back catalog or if she pushes all of them equally. Dan says, no way 400 watts of panels can gather over 500 watts. It's true. Don says, please don't hurt yourself. Great job tonight. Thank you. And Carl says, good night, Joe. Thanks for the show. Yeah. If I didn't have training in the morning, I would kick around and keep working on this for a while longer, but since I do have the training, I do think we're going to call it a night. So to wrap up, I will be back next week for another Behind the Code. There might be another, one-off stream at some point. Who knows? My whole goal is to try and get this done before Christmas. But check out Dubby.gg for great things to add to your water for flavor, both caffeinated and non-caffeinated. Check out the various streams on the Madness Comic Network, the Rising Tide Network, which is still kind of in existence, I believe, and the Indie Comics Network. And if you want to listen to Dan's music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, go to kick.com/IndieCD-music. With that, folks, I will say goodnight, and Trey and Dawn will see you tomorrow, but I won't. Have a good night.